Hey everybody, hope you're having a good day. It's Clancy Supercell playing the Eternal Investigations. Yeah, we got a new thing for some reason. Anyway, we're on the latter side. We are confronting, what's his name? The Saltius winner. My mistake. Anyway, let's get into it. So we should be finishing this episode off all being well today. I have time. We'll start off the next episode. I know your place. You've been forcing us to argue over every little detail for a little while now. The murder happened. The order of the victim's injuries, some other things. I hardly even remember. But it didn't bother me, my boy, because it's all around in the end. Think about it. The suspect herself has already. He said she did. That's all that matters at the end of the day. And her sentence will be later for it, so rejoice. And there you have. Feel free to pick holes in it as you see fit. How can I? When there was barely a testimony to begin with. That man. It's a very powerful person, isn't he? It's okay, Miss Archer. Please, just let it go. I did it. I'm the murderer. I even remember doing it. So flash is something half remembered, okay? Tell you more. If you must believe in something, believe me when I say that you should believe in your own innocence instead. But I'm up against the head of the committee here. This isn't going to be easy. He seems to think that he's already won. Perhaps I can use that against him. First. This is a lot easier. There we go. Let's go.
Hold it!
Even if the broad strokes are correct, it doesn't make something true. Oh, don't be just sticking the mud. I said the bigger picture is more than enough here. After all, every case has its little inconsistencies and contradictions. Maybe ourselves get bug. I mean, come on, we never make any arrest. And once you did, the trials would drag on forever. If you understand that, right? Not in the slightest. Hence my inquiry into the detail. Well, to be young, so young and pighead. Anyway, you keep digging that into the little details.
Hold it!
I seem to recall the Ringer's identity and the faulty coroner's report being critical points of contention. Yes, that was a simple why, but critical is a matter of opinion. How can you possibly suggest that such fundamental issues are not important? It says your ability to make sound judgments that should be on trial here today. Oh ho ho ho! Everyone, my young hothead, what about cunning stuff? What about you cunning stuff? You do like to try though, don't you?
Hold it!
There's no way any of what we discussed today is irrelevant. Not unless you intend to bury the truth. The element is relevant, dear boy. The only reason you keep trying to make it relevant is because otherwise, you're up a creek without a paddle.
Hold it!
Just because she's confessed to something doesn't make it the truth. Kay is suffering from amnesia. So any statement she should make should be taken with at least a grain of salt.
Objection!
Even so, that doesn't exactly solve anything for us, does it, dear boy? Not... Sorry, and it would be nonsensical to dismiss her confession outright. I'll tell you what. Why don't we ask her one last time? I'm sure she'll just say it. She did it again. Fine, let's do it. Let's ask her again. We'll see if she really believes herself to be the culprit. Huh? You mean me? Is this really what you want, Mr. Edgeworth? If it goes badly, it could significantly weaken your position. I know. There's no other way. I only request that I be the one to question her. You really know how to tug an old man's heartstrings. You know them. Fine, let's go away. Only on one condition. If this turns out to be a waste of time, that's it. We'll call the proceedings to an end. Down there, agreed? Call the proceedings to an end? You mean the hearing? Yes, dear boy, that's right. Perhaps you aren't a complete melt head off. Just so we're clear, if we ask again, and all that happens is the girl's confirms her guilt. She has officially declared guilty on the spot. Yes, that sounds like a great plan, if I do say so myself. That's it? You just declare her guilty? Like, just like that? That's a chisbit. That's a big risk. He's going to find a way to get condemned her either way if we don't do something. Okay? Yes? I was allowed to ask, but I need you to think. Do you remember anything else about what happened on the day of the murder? Anything that might help us prove your innocence? Why? Why are you so fighting, Mr. Edgeworth? It's no use. I can't be of help to you. I'm sorry. I'm too scared to try and remember anymore. What if I remember something even worse? And if I did, I'd be just making more trouble for you. Please, just accept it. The K you thought that you knew, it's a dangerous criminal. A criminal who let you down and betrayed your trust. Don't worry, Kay. You have nothing to be afraid of. I may not have known you for very long, but I know you well enough. And right now, say I know you better than you know yourself. You could never commit a murder. So you never commit. You never do. You could never, because this is who you really are.
Take that!
Oh, that took half my bar, I just realized. You're the great thief Yatagarasu. A noble outlaw who could never stoop so low as to kill. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Because all I see is the woman that returned. That's the reason
Hold it!
No. The only evidence of your guilt is the confession they forced out of you. As I said earlier, you have to believe that you're better than that. Or are you saying you don't believe a word of what I've been telling you? No, it's not that. You're trying so hard to help me. And you're risking so much for me. It's too much. You have to stop. I'm begging you. Ah, so that's what's going on. I thought it was strange, but now I see. The reason you're allowing yourself to be railroaded into accepting your fate is because of me, isn't it? Which is exactly what the I knew would have done. You're a good person, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not. I don't plan on becoming one anytime soon. Because despite all your wishes to the contrary, I'm still trying to help you. So you see, I've merely been serving my own ego regardless of what I've put you through. Sorry. Yeah, serving my own ego regardless of what I put you through. Now, let's try this again. See the good in yourself, Kay. remember the noble thief you truly are. That memory of you committing the murder, you need to question of all you have. That's all I ask. Please, do it for me. Alright. Ah! Hey! What's wrong? Did you remember something? Oh, it'd be like some cliche movie plot she did. A cow. A cow? Mr. Edgeworth, if you could perhaps ask her for a few more details. Well, okay. What can you tell us about this cow? I remember now. The person in the red raincoat. She had it in her hand. A stuffed cow. I can see it so clearly now. Are you sure, Miss Faraday? Are you absolutely certain? Yes, I'm sure. Then this court acknowledges the defendant's latest test statement as new testimony.
Objection.
Have you lost your mind, Faraday? We can't have testimony like that. With all due respect, Mr. Chairman, information pertaining to the victim and her possessions is new and highly relevant evidence.
Objection.
The advantage you of the as statement of her memory? No, this simply won't do. Added. But if we claim her arguments are relatable, then our own argument is weakened, sir. You said yourself only a few minutes ago that thanks to the suspect's confession, sorry, we need not worry ourselves over the finer details, did you not? Were we to call the fidelity of her memories into question, then we must also call into question the confession, which our entire argument is based. Is that really the most advisable course of action? Yes, you're right. Proceed as you see fit, then. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We're still in the game, but only by the skin of our teeth. And only thanks to Judge Graviel's intervention. It was as if she was on our side for a second. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, this stuffed animal. I believe the cow in question is this thing here, Your Honor. We found in this room. And I believe it is yet another auction lot. And on the safe side. Wait, that's... Do you know something, Graviel? No, it's just not what I imagined. I suppose it is a rather odd thing for the victim to have been carrying. I should look over it carefully. The right horn seems intact. I can't say too much for the overall symmetry of the stuffed toy. Look at it, it moves! It does? It sounds like sand being crushed. You've seen that there was a recording device hidden inside. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself? I waited so long for this day, and now I finally have my revenge. I'll finally have my revenge. Ah! This be the moment of the murder? And someone made a recording of it. Hey, that's them right there. Them's the voices I heard. Sure as eggs.
Overruled.
Unfortunately, we have no way of verifying when these voices were recorded. It's possible they had nothing to do with the murder. If only there were some accompanying video footage. Got bugs in your ear or something, lady? I done told you, them's the voices I heard. I already know the victim was holding that thing, right? So it's got to be from when she got. Yes, it is a possibility, but a week will involve more than your word to back it up. You need something more, something credible. We need it again. She seems to be stepping in help. I feel like there's more to this than meets the eye. Just Gabrielle, I think we all know the voices are from the moment of the murder. Consider for a moment we heard one of the speakers say, "I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me." I believe he has something that could explain what those words are referring to and how it's all related. This evidence proves the voice.
Take that!
The coroner's preliminary findings? How did they prove anything? Indeed, what's on the page of the... What's on this page that the voices must have been from the time of the murder?
Take that!
Think again on the words we heard. This part in particular strikes out in my mind. You can't hide that burn from me. The victim had a prominent birthmark on the back of her right hand. And one of it. According to case testimony, the victim was carrying a stuffed cow toy. And the burnt mark, an identifying mark unique to the victim, was mentioned on the recording it captured. It's just a coincidence. Stuff like that happens all the time, right?
Overruled.
I'm not so sure that it does, especially not in this case. The court accepts that the recording may be from the time of the murder. In which case, one of the two voices must belong to the real culprit. And based on the contents of the conversation, it seems likely that it's the one we've heard the most. But that still doesn't tell us anything about the killer's trait, Denny. Or even if they're male or female. Due to the voice change, you're correct. Fortunately, but unavoidable. One thing, however, has become clear. You're now able to say that the voices Miss Hart heard were those of Miss Ringer and her killer. Just like I done told you they were us. Say something else now, too. And let's hear it. That is, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman. Do as you wish. According to Miss Hart, just before the murder occurred, two people came up to the storeroom from the committee chamber on the elevator. And one of the auction attendees. It seems this one is the point at which money exchanged hands. Murder happened immediately afterwards. And the auction carried on after that. At which point... all of which points to one key fact. This is... Sorry. This is Revolution. This is Revolution else. Pretty sure I'm right on this. Is the ringleader was the killer? Since the ringleader was the auctioneer, then it follows that they cannot be the victim. Hey, Grammel! Not right now, Eustace. That's a good boy. And if they weren't the victim, then they can only have been the killer.
Overruled.
A compelling argument, but hardly conclusive. I am fully aware of that, Your Honor. I was merely warming up for the main event. There were certain traces left on the crime scene that seems to suggest that the ringleader was the killer. Then please hurry up and show us. What was this? What was that something? Then what was something that was placed on the scene that points to the ringleader having been the killer? Let's try this.
Take that!
Nope. We'll get it right first. Oh, yeah. Alright.
Take that!
No, okay. I thought it wouldn't have... Oh, it is. Yeah.
Overruled!
Alright. Let's place on the thing.
Take that!
Oh. Maybe we should find the randoms first. What was placed on the scene?
Take that!
Oh. Oh, the key card.
Take that!
Nope.
Take that! Take that!
Why am I just dropping this? Why am I throwing the ball here?
Take that!
Okay.
Take that!
It was the one I didn't think of much stuff. Oh well. Oh.
Take that!
Alright. The killer deliberately left a large pool of blood at the foot of the Goddess Justice statue. It was due to that blood that we originally thought the murder had happened in this chamber. But it was simply a ruse designed to cover up the blood that had dripped down from the storeroom. In order to conceal the assistance of the underground auction, correct? Correct. If the culprit had nothing to do with the auction, they would have had no reason to cover up that blood. This further supports the theory that the ringleader and the killer were one of the same. And as to the identity of the ringleader, do you have anyone you'd like to name? The auction is always held in this committee chamber, with a storeroom located just overhead. So at the very least, we know the murderous ringleader has some connections to the committee. Yes, yes. And you suspect me, correct? As the committee's most powerful member, that should hardly be a surprise. Right?
Objection!
You're fine, prosecutor. Not much I gave you. But as I think I may have mentioned earlier, you're hopelessly naive. You're also hopelessly naive. Got nothing there, boy, have you? No evidence whatsoever. Unless you've got something to share after all. Do I have any evidence to show the chamber winner is the murderer? Don't think we do right now. The chamber winner herself who brought the fact that I suspected him. And he seems confident right from the get-go that he's untouchable. Because he knows I have nothing. Oh ho, well, Master Boy, time to pay the piper. Ah, I almost wanted to say that. Verity, it's all yours. Hold it! Wait, dang it! I just remembered something. Huh? Did you have amnesia too? Nah, it just came to me. Flash of inspiration, you know how it is. Very well, say your piece.
Objection!
What are you doing, Verity? Mr. Ashworth have made it clear that he won't give up until the last flick of hope has been extinguished. So extinguish we must. At least he tries to drag us through this excruciating process again in the future. Yeah, what she said. I don't got credit, but it sounded pretty cool. Don't worry, Dad. I'll help Gabriel bring this to a winning finish. We'll show them how wrong they are. Aye, let's hear what the witness has to say. You heard the chairman, Miss Hart. If you'd be so kind. Yeah, alright then. Here goes nothing. The facts, Miss Hart, and nothing but the facts, please. Don't you wear your pretty little head on the front. I'm a journalist. Shrift's my new name. Color me officially worried. So the ringleader's the killer, right? Which makes the victim one of them auction goers. Thing is, I don't know. I counted 11 people coming down to that hatch, see? Then the murder happened, and then the auction started back up again. Nah, I had me look back downstairs right after that. No. And when you know it, there were 11 little duckies all lined up in a row again. Oh! Are you sure of this, Miss Hart? Sure can be your gobblenit ship. Some of me own two peepers. So, 11 before the murder and 11 after? Again, right after means... Wait, that's a thingy. A contradiction, Eustace. Do try to keep up. Miss Hart, did nothing really change at all? I done told you already. They carried on. They carried right on again like nothing ever happened. Oh, except for... It wasn't nothing much, but... What is it? A little mallet doodad. Can't have yourselves an auction of a very one. Kinda like the one Missy's over there's got, but different. The auctioneer's hammer? That's the bunny! Ah, the old one. I done heard that thing banging and clanging right the way through. Then nothing, just like that. The noise the hammer stopped midway through? Did it have something to do with the murder? Alright. If what Miss Hart is telling us is true, we have something of a problem. Namely, that if the victim is neither the auctioneer nor one of the attendees, your entire fair cannot stand, Mr. Edgeworth. Chuck one up for justice. Eat that, Edgeworth. See, Mr. Edgeworth? There really was nothing we could do. No, there must be something we are overlooking. Something we still don't have an explanation for. Just need to think. If I can't, K is... Alright, kids! Do we find have all our answers now? If so, then I expect you make good on... Hold it! Hold it. One moment, sir. I worry that it might still be a little early to pass judgment. After all, we have one more matter yet to resolve. And until we do, we cannot claim complete and total victory over Mr. Edgeworth. Is that not so, Mr. Edgeworth? Frankly, I expected you to have raised your voice by now. Aloud, hold it, perhaps? Oh, yes, of course. Once again, you just rescued us from the jaws of the feet. Raphael's been backing us up a few times, huh? Very well, let's get this over with, shall we? What is this matter that still remains? Why, the contradiction in the coroner's report, sir. That... I'm back with the witness, Your Honor. Witnesses, Your Honor. What's this all about? Why'd you call us back down here? Did somebody suddenly fall ill? I have a compressor ready with 2 shakes of— Ow! This better be good. Did someone else drop dead? Well, we might soon wish they had. Dr. Hertz, Miss Neeler, thank you for coming on such short notice. Let me assure you, this won't take long. Quit trying to butter me up and cut to the chest, will ya? Of course. We summoned you here to confirm something. What's just Raphael up to? Dr. Hertz, this court asks you to provide the unabridged truth regarding the following. Do you stand by your preliminary findings? Can you vouch for their complete and total accuracy? Grandma doesn't make mistakes, ever! That's strange. Huh? What do you mean? In the course of this trial, an error was indeed found in her report. And so I ask again for the truth, Dr. Hertz. Hearts. Did you alter, tamper with, or in any way falsify your findings? That's awful! How can anyone even say that? What are you asking me for? Why the heck would I want to do that? You help the true culprit, of course. As if I know anything about all that. I just know I didn't do anything of the sorts. Then that seems doubly strange. What other explanation could there be for the discrepancy in your report? Mr. Edgeworth? I wonder if you might have any thoughts on the matter. is not likely to be coy, I must say. Why does she keep taking charge and helping me? I still don't know what she's trying to do, but I'll happily take what I can get. If everything was recorded accurately and then handed off to Mr. Winner according to protocol, then the report shouldn't contain any mistakes. Wait, for the record, I didn't do anything to report. I guess we'll see, won't we? Dr. Arts? Perhaps we could begin with your side of the story. Why do we ever need to? This is pointless. I'll be the judge of what's pointless, thank you very much. We have patients waiting back at the hospital. Rama, ouch! We really don't have time for this. Won't you please help us? I can't stress how important this is. Rama says she'll testify. Could you please make it quick? If we're not back soon, people will suffer. And yet you have no qualms about taking your time and buying Cotton Candy last time we saw you. We'll let you go as soon as we can, I promise. Assuming you tell us the truth, that is. The so-called mistake in the report. There's no mistake in Grandma's report, not ever. I'm doing nothing, hope you're having a good day. I saw the boundless restriction. Oh dear God, I don't know what to think. I've been dealing with the dead longer than you've been alive, Sonny Jim. You writing something wrong is, but it's like this. Ouch! And what the heck do you think I stand to gain by a doctor in a foul? Doesn't make a lick of sense. And that's all she has to say. Nothing funky here. See, it's just that thought. There's no change in the good doctor findings. There's no chance of good doctor findings. And you swear by her, and you swear by the holy goddess that this testimony is true? I mean, that's good and all, but who was coming back? There was cards coming back, and I've been seeing them more recently. I think it was Nightmare Goblin that's coming back, and I'm a bit worried about that. That extra normal summon could be a problem. Before playing you did the red eye stuff, I know it'd be good in your deck. Of course, Grandma never to a lighter.
Objection!
Okay. Yep. I never really played around that time, but seeing the Nightmare lock creepy before anything. Hey, your opinions are not necessary, Nurse Neeler. Your grandmother is the suspect of this inquiry, not you. Not necessary. That's not fair. I'm the only ally poor grandma has. Go ahead and start objection left and right. Is it best you've heard then, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor? I'm more than prepared. I'm ready to expose the truth behind the error in the reports. I also saw the new selection pack that's going to be out, and then instead of the, new York cards are going on, the new selection pack has Dragoon, Nightmare Mermaid, Nightmare Goblin and stuff. Also, Masterpiece is coming back. That's going to be an interesting one. So-called mistake in the report.
Hold it!
Also, I I've learned something very interesting from Royal Knights recently. Never. You say that Dr. Hearts is infallible? Infallible, sorry? She has to be. The doctor can't afford to make mistakes. It's primarily with you drizzle specifically. Even a veteran like Rama would be out of a job if she messes up even once. There's no way she of all people would. I got a whole hospital out of me. Maybe you can book your work and survive, mister, but I can't. Oh shit, I was meant to speed this up.
Hold it!
I didn't even think about it for a while until... In fact, I wouldn't have even thought about it till BT... I didn't even think about it when BT 17 came out. That's probably a hint to that. And you really never made a single mistake at all that time? Doctor, in all my experience, the longer you've been at, the better you get. If only the same were true of security, German Winter would be the best in the business. And I think we can all agree that's not the case. Oh, you really are, Devil Miles. But you're also quite wrong. I never once made a mistake either. After all, I have people to do that for me. I'm too busy for fire-ups. And luckily for me, I don't have to make them. Isn't having people around just grand? Don't you go trying to make Doctor and Lorraine sound the same. They are nothing alike. Nothing alike, I tell ya. I just had to watch that. Victim appears to have put this raincoat on after sustaining the head injury. Yet, there's not a single drop of blood in the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, she must have been hit in the head before she was stabbed in the chest, making a pre-mortem. Oh, that's... Ow! I don't need you to teach me how to suck eggs, young man. My dagger report already said... That's what you just said, don't it?
Objection!
The report states that the head injury appears to have been sustained post-mortem, which makes it the exact opposite of what I just said. Oh, sure. I did. She dictated that the report of Florence here, and she were all done just like I said it. It's something that happened to after that. We're nothing to do with me. You dictated. Please tell me more. I diligently dictated that report to Florence. After doing that, anything after that, we're nothing to do with me.
Hold it!
Oh, so just so we're on this, just so we're on the same page here, what are you concluding? What were your conclusions regarding the body? Maybe. Well, like I said, ouch. Sorry, it was death from a good heart knock to the noggin. Can you say for certain when that knock happened, Doctor? Hurts? Pre-mortem, of course. Chest wound happened after the poor girl died. I told Florence that, and she went right down. And that's what it says in my dank report. That may be what you told her, but I think we're finally getting to the truth. So somebody's altered the findings. You may not have stood to gain anything from it, but what about your granddaughter? Hey, I didn't stand to gain anything either. Never mind her. What about your little friend over there, huh? She stand to gain something from sure. Look at you, trying to accuse my sweet innocent Florence of wrongdoing. Yeah, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You should tell the Sherman Winter. Anyhow, nobody doctored that report. You hear? Nobody.
Hold it!
Did anything stand out as strange to either of you when you were examining the body? Let's see. Huh? What's that, Grandma? Pretty strange young fella. Yeah, pretty strange young fella showed up, that's for sure. Strange man? Who? Just like a dang fool he was. All frilly around the neck and such. That feels like a shot to Edgeworth. And the dangest thing of all, even though we all knew the idiot boy was about to get fired, he still insisted on messing with Missing. That's totally towards Edgeworth. That's right, I'm talking about you, mister. Ruffled-necked ruffian? Crimson Sue the creep? Oh, so Mr. Edgeworth is the ruffian and a creep? Those are not words you need to commit to memory, Kay! Dr. Hearts. Doesn't sound like she's lying. No. She only communicates through her granddaughter. I should probably try to make sure that Nurse Neil is being truthful too. Like, I need to present the report.
Objection!
Yep. Dr. Hearts, I would like you to take a look at the report for yourself. Oh, I'll read it to you. Ouch! That ain't what I said. This ain't what I said at all. What? What do you mean exactly? I don't know. But I can't say that. Miss Neeler, if you're attempting to bury Dr. Hearts' truth, sorry. I will gladly hear her confession myself on behalf of the goddess of justice. Dr. Hertz seems to be telling Judge something in private. What? I see. Very well. Allow me to relay to everyone what you had just told me. Ain't no doubt about what I said. I dictated my findings to Florence just like I told you I did. The fuddle-headed young thing must have ruled that wrong or something. Wow! That was a great impression. Yes, but was it really necessary? So in summary, there is an error in the report. And it was all because of you, Nurse Steeler. The true fact has not been shown to be that the head injury occurred prior to the chest wound. The question is now, Miss Neer, is why did you introduce such an error? Well, that some verity. Make it sound as if the poor girl did it deliberately. Sorry. Whereas it seems to me she just made a mistake. A little mistake. Pre-mortem, post-mortem, they're practically the same word, don't you think? No. No, they're not. Once before, once after. There's reasons are pre and the post in these words. Except they mean two completely different... except they mean two completely opposite things. This was deliberate, no doubt about it. Why would she want to change it? Exactly, thanks, ouch! Yep. You won't get away that easily. Explain yourself, young lady. Grandma, you submitted a falsified report, an act that led Kay to being accused of murder. You owe us an explanation. I can't tell you. Not the what? Can't? Oh. This is really rather unpleasant, don't you think? Hanging up on this poor considerate girl who's only looking after her grandmother. She has nothing to do with anything. She simply made one tiny mistake. Why not leave it there?
Objection!
It's like that, wouldn't you? Because the only her testimony would hurt is you. Huh? What on earth do you mean, my boy? Seeing as you're not the de facto ex-prosecutor, you're going to need to explain yourself better than that. I'll be happy to. I'll even spell it out for you. Nurse Needler's role in this crime was very important because... I'm gonna see if I'm gonna also get and then say co-conspirator. Nurse Needler doctored the report in order to cover for her accomplice. Ouch! Oh, so she's a co-conspirator? Against a young thing? You shared her grounds for making such a wild accusation, dear boy? Murder couldn't have been committed by one person working on their own. Out of these two people, it wouldn't have been possible to... If the auctioneer was the murderer and the victim was one of the attendees, the fact that a witness testified that there being 11 attendees even after the murder doesn't make sense. Hey, watch it! Y'all gotta call him a good word in the question now, too? That's not what I meant. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm taking you and your word at your word. Which means there must be a co-conspirator. I know it's hard, my boy. It's something you just have to accept that you were wrong.
Objection!
I wasn't wrong. I just hadn't considered the possibility of the killer having an accomplice. But as soon as we do, things start falling into place. If the killer accomplice is returned to the auction room in place of the victim, there would indeed have been 11 attendees both before and after the murder. Well, so that's your thinking, is it? It's certainly an intriguing story. But surely the imposter would have been spotted right away. I don't imagine that Nurse Needler looks strikingly different from the victim in build and stature. With the help of a mask, she could very easily have replaced Miss Ringer without anybody noticing. Well, Nurse Needler, is that what happened? Sorry. Did you take the victim's place at the auction? I wouldn't do something like... Now tell us! The Ringleader, who were they? I can't tell you. I just can't. It hurt Grandma too. Ow! Grandma? Don't you worry about me. I can take it. You just tell me everything, child. But... That happened. I was right. She was an accomplice. Miss Needler, why? Well, Miss Needler, can you explain yourself? Yes. Huh? Oh, thank you, Grandma. But I'm alright now. Wait, also, have you seen Pack Dash, new Master Tackle series? I confess it. I changed places with Miss Ringer. So you admit that you were working with the ringleader? Yeah, I was helping them. I don't know how, but they found out Miss Ringer was going to attack them. Harper was going to be attacked? By the victim? Okay, look. I won't spoil it. They seemed pretty sure it was going to happen that night, so they made a counter plan. They wanted to strike first, and they wanted me to help them. Also interested to see how Simu, if running more of the Simu's King of Games series. That's a fun series. They started last week. I was told to go to the storeroom before the auction began and waited there. Hold it. I hold her right there, Missy. I didn't see nothing, and my eyes don't lie. If you would have been there from before the auction, I would have bumped right into you. I was there the whole way through, and you weren't there for a bit of it. But I'm not lying. Well, that's easy for you to say. But you were lying about altering that report only a few minutes ago.
Objection!
I think we're all well aware of the number of potential hiding places in that storeroom. Well, can I present the evidence? Can I 9% that one evidence I've been trying to present for a while and it just didn't come in? That's like, are you saying our friend the nurse was hiding, There's neither hit her here while she was waiting in the storeroom.
Take that!
She hid inside this clothes box. Oh, she didn't she? Didn't she, sir? Huh? Well, it was there the whole time, even before I moved it all in. But like I done told y'all, I had all them chains around it. Wanted to hide in there myself, really. But it was locked up tight, so I had to go elsewhere. I imagine that's because Nurse Dealer was already lying in there by the time you arrived. That's right, we didn't want anybody to open it, or we're really blowing the cover. So the ringer told me to climb in and wait until it was time for my part of the plan. And then they wrapped the whole box up in chains. I think they took the elevator downstairs not so long after. It was just before the auction was due to start. So the auction... So as the auction was beginning, you and Miss Hartz would have been the only people in the storeroom. Yeah, I think so. Auction proceeded as it always did, until a certain customer came upstairs to complete their purchase. That was when the incident occurred. Miss Hartz overheard the victim and the culprit exchanging words around then. You betcha! I was hiding behind the statue there, shaking like a dang leaf the whole time. In the middle of the quarrel, Miss Ringer was killed by the auctioneer. I imagine that the auctioneer then carried Miss Ringer's body over to the clothes box. Nurse Dealer emerged and swapped places with the victim, placing Miss Ringer's body inside the box. Nurse Dealer's role was now to pretend to be Miss Ringer. The two of them then returned to the room below as if nothing had happened. Is that about some of what happened in the storeroom, Nurse Dealer? Yes, in fact, that's exactly what happened. Hold in. Hold up! So you just rose right back on in and nobody noticed? This is two completely different people we're talking about. You tell me not what of the other folks down there at the auction cottoned on? Why would they? The other auction girls had no reason to notice the difference because... There's a few options here. Oh, nope. Because I want to let that line go through. Oh, still the clothes. Never mind. As we see, Miss Ringer and Nurse Dealer are about the same build. What's more, the auction rules require attendees to wear their mask at all times. If Nurse Dealer were wearing the same clothes as Miss Ringer, nobody would have been any the wiser. No, and they weren't. I brought Miss Ringer's clothes and ouch! And left the poor child in her snails? Have you no respect, girl? No, Grandma, I thought the same thing. It wouldn't be nice to leave her like that. So when the ringleader wasn't looking, I put that raincoat on her. But that's how Miss Ringer came to be worn it. Thus, the auction was being carried on as before. Guess Guess the part where I caught the raincoat on film came after that. Just after, sorry. Yeah, it must be. Then it all makes sense. Right after that was when I went over and looked downstairs for the gap in the elevator. Spied me 11 happy little auction goers. Then back, I snuck to my little hidey hole. Don't tell me you were hiding back there the entire time after that. Well, that is not exactly. What is it? Did something happen? So maybe I ought to mentioned this before, but I fell asleep for a few wings after that. Well, passed out unconscious, you might say. What? What happened? Oh, nothing much. Can't say really, but there was a sudden light noise, and it startled me just a little bit, you know. All right, any more than a little. But I just witnessed a murder. I don't blame a girl for getting jumpy. Guess I got my heart shook on my head faint. Poor nude, I was out like a light. By the time we came to, it was the next dang day. And there you all were clanking down that ladder. Let's see. You were startled by a loud noise and fell unconscious. Suppose that means you don't know what happened after that. Not per se, see? Well, after the auction was over, all the masks were back on the rack. So I reckon the guests done finish up and fell like one by one. So I found out one by one like they were supposed to. Nurse Needler, once the auction had restarted, what exactly were you doing? I was pretending Miss Ringer and place bids, just like the winner wanted. I had to win the clothes box as I had been instructed. It had a dead body inside after all. Imagine if somebody else won it. We would have been in real trouble then. You had no idea that the victim had vacated the box in the meantime? No, not until we came back up so I could pay for it. That was when we noticed. The reader told me to go look for it right away. Except, I found some other girl collapsed at the foot of the ladder instead. Okay. Yes, she must have fallen from up on the roof and been knocked unconscious. Guess the victim must have let the hatch wide open, huh? That would explain it. Kay would have been so shocked from seeing Miss Ringer fall motionless right in front of her. She wouldn't have seen the open hatch and fallen right through it. That explains the noise that caused you to faint as well, Miss Hart. It was the sound of Kay crashing onto the storeroom floor. Yeah, I suppose. Can't believe something like that knocked me out for so long, though. In summary, by the time Miss Needler found Kay, we were already sound asleep behind the statue. I think we've got a good grasp on what occurred up to this point now. Nurse Needler, if you will continue. Sure. So I found Kay, and next I found Miss Ringer, and I put them both in the clothes box. We couldn't risk any of the auction goers seeing them. That would have caused a real hullabaloo. Was that your idea, or the ringleaders? Theirs. By putting the raincoat on Miss Ringer was my own idea. So I tried to get rid of it before they found out what I'd done. I imagine they were none too pleased when it showed up as a surprise piece of evidence in this case. And lastly, the ringleader and I put her in the auctioneer's outfit. Be prepared. Of course, which completed the deception and made everyone think that she was the auctioneer. Oh no, the auction finished up without anybody noticing anything, and that was that. Now we know the extent of your crimes, Nurse Needler. If you have anything further to share, I advise you to do so immediately. I wish I could tell you more, but I'm sorry, that's all I know. Oh, except for one other thing. It did seem a little strange, I guess. When I was borrowing Miss Ringer's clothes, I took everything I could, but I couldn't take her hair, obviously, so ouch! You're dang right you couldn't take her hair! What kind of medical professional are you? That's where you draw the line? Taking her clothes was okay? hers was totally different. The style, the length, everything. I kind of panicked. But the ringleader full of everything, including wigs. Two of them, in fact. There was a straight one and a wavy one. They were both stashed in the clothes box. 2 wigs. Why? Right, I wondered that too. I thought maybe they were worried she might have changed up her style. Anyway, I took the straight one. But that was the one that matched her on the day. Even wavy wig in the box. Okay. And that's everything you know? There's something else you're forgetting? No? Huh? No, really, Grandma? That's everything? And I take it that you really have no idea who the ringleader might be? Sorry, I only knew that they were in charge of the auction. I didn't see them with their mask on. And they were pretty careful to keep their identity a secret from everyone. I can't get something concrete on them. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Well, Master, we're about done. Proving the nurse was part of the murder plot. Aside for you, it doesn't change a whole lot. Because it does nothing to prove that Kay Day isn't the ringleader. And justice must prevail. You can't change the law, even for your sake. Is this it? Am I not going to be able to save Kay?
Objection!
Hello, Francesca. Francisca, what are you doing here? As I told you before, Miles Ashworth, where the kiss leads, I follow. She's on the other side, I don't worry. Or as much on the other side as she tends to be. Your dedication is an inspiration to us all. But don't go getting the wrong idea, little brother. I'm only here to deliver the truth regarding the suspect. I'm certainly not here to forgive you for abandoning the way of the prosecutor. Before this case, Houston's winner has been on the receiving end of the whip. We are fine. I understand that. You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share. In his aspiration to help Kay Day, he gave me a valuable piece of information. Detective Gumshoe did that? Prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth, for the final piece of the puzzle. Rosie Ringer's head wound was the first of the injuries she suffered, not the second. Oh. I think I know where this web's gonna go, and it's gonna be funny. Well, someone say something! Yes, there's no easy way to say this, Francesca, but we already proven that ourselves. You... what? Yes, just for a second. Ugh! Never mind, I was wrong. It went the wrong way. Well, why didn't you say so sooner? You didn't exactly give us a chance. And I suppose you know about the murder weapon too? No, not yet. Ha, good. Then listen up. The victim was struck on the head with a blunt object bearing a circular surface. And the wound to the chest was actually influenced post-mortem. Circular surface? Oh, she got her glory after all.
Objection.
And you're certain of that, I assume? Your sources are above board? Two trusted medical professions reached the same conclusion independently. You couldn't ask for more.
Objection.
That's certainly good to know. Unfortunately, you
Objection!
You're overstepping the bounds of what? I am the prosecutor in charge of Interpol's investigation into underground auctions. And this murder occurred during that auction. It would be legitimate of me not to pursue leads pertaining to the parties, especially the victims. My, you really become quite the force to be reckoned with, haven't you, my dear? then all parties are in agreement. The victim died from a blow to the head. Hey, man, I get the write up. At least this autopsy report is updated. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Don't want to for the autopsy outdated joke. Sadly, the murder weapon itself has yet to be identified. Based on the ship, I might have an idea or two. But guys, I didn't turn up any other weapon during my investigation. And yet, one needs to think about the setting and an auctioneer's tools. And then the answer should be obvious. The object of a circus used in the auction, we're obviously talking about what would an auctioneer have readily at hand? I probably wanted to say just Rebel's hammer, but no, we'll be serious. An auctioneer's hammer, of course. But we never found one of those! If the auctioneer was indeed the killer, it does seem a likely candidate for the murder weapon. But without the evidence to support your theory, it remains nothing more than that. Oh, we got it! The real murder weapon. Oh, I have just the evidence you need right here. This piece of evidence strongly suggests that the auctioneer's hammer was the murder weapon. I guess it has to be this. Nope. Oh, would it be the... I think I get it.
Take that!
Nope. I overthought about that. Okay.
Take that!
Complete mistake on my hand. But we got to see that moment, so life wins a little moments, I guess. Alright. Strong Synchro Monster. Okay. Bod Ruler. That Punish. Synchro Monster. The Punisher Synchro Monster.
Take that!
Whose name I'm forgetting that? Bod Ruler Punisher, I think it's called. Alright. This heart's oh, wow. Okay. Right. This heart told us something very important about the auction after the murder occurred. You typically land in level 8. No. There's rest an angel. It's Chaos Angel. Because you can use a dark monster as a tuner monster. I forgot about that part. This heart told us something very important about the auction after the murder occurred. I forgot Chaos Angel is a fact. She said that the permanent sound of the auctioneer's hammer could no longer be heard. Forgot about that card. Now, why would that be? I'll tell you why. Because it had just been used as a murder. Sorry, in a murder. And it was covered in the victim's blood. Look at that. If it needs to be disposed of, isn't that right? Chairman Winner? Totally forgot Chaos Angel is a fact. It doesn't pop up for much in my NI, so I don't think about it as much. I'll have our people look into this right away. Oh, you're really like a dog with a bone, aren't you, dear boy? But if you can't dedicate yourself to to a cause when you're young, when can you? It seems very confident we'll never find it. Very well. A search for the murder weapon will be conducted. In the meantime, this court is in recess. Oh. Well, you're definitely from the Dark Magician in that deck, aren't you? A formal accusation. Well, you've probably got a free Dark Magician. And Dark Magician rather like you, Sam, for that Red Ice deck when Dragoon gets freed. And April 6th, Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, Chamber. Silence in the courtroom, please. Miss Von Karma, if you'd be so kind as to update us on the progress of the search. It's no good news, I'm afraid. The entire big building has been searched from top to bottom, and no auctioneer's hammer was found anywhere. Urgh! This is bad news indeed. Then we have no choice but to move on ahead with the verdict. Oh, such a terrible shame. But I suppose only a fool would have left the murder weapon behind. This is certainly not what I expect from a first-rate criminal mind. No. There's just not enough to work with here. Can't carry us any further on my own. Yes, it really is a tragedy, but such is life, I suppose. Also, I just know I forgot about the fact that the new pack's also giving us some new Trickstar stuff. Possibly, the only hammer we've been seeing for so long has been Judge Graviel's hammer. Could that be the weapon? I was just thinking back over the defendants I've made deals with over the years. People who poured their hearts out to me, who trusted me with every detail of their crime. And then, when it came to their sentencing, I recommend life in prison every time. Rather, life in prison for every single one. Oh, if only you could see them. The stupid dumbfounded look on their faces. The verdict will not be passed. All present will accept the cause as law. There's nothing more I can do. Kay and I are both. If only we had some proof! I never imagined I'd be passing judgment on you under such circumstances. The end of the road, huh? By the power vested in me, Excelsior Winner, this court hereby indicts you for your crimes. Wait, what? What? What on earth's gotten into you, Verity? Oh. She's full of one, ain't he? Well played. I submit for the court's consideration the case files of a certain incident. Namely, the IS-7 incident. A murder that took place 18 years ago. This is following on from the last case, Ooh. But what does that fall have to do with... Wait, you mean... Your late night visit to this chamber. That was to... Precisely. I came here to retrieve these documents. Though sadly, it was seen that I arrived too early to catch the auction itself. When we spoke of the matter before, I implied that I had come to retrieve files pertaining to your own case. You have to forgive me. That was a ruse to buy myself more time. So, I was not predicting that. What the heck are you doing, Graviel? You can't just accuse my dad. I'm pretty sure she can. and just did. With proper grounds, it's defamation. An excellent observation, Eustace. Oh, it is? And of course, I have the grounds to make such an accusation. 18 years ago, Mr. Manfred von Karma had some details about the victim's body fabricated. Details he was forced to fabricate when the sculptor Artie Frost's body went missing. My papa? Fabricating information? What is the meaning of this? I am Sideman. Ian Sideman. The detective originally assigned to the case did in fact report that the body had gone missing. However, it seems that certain someone wasn't very pleased with Mr. von Karma. I deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs. What? This individual refused to allow anyone to go against their wishes or to challenge their power. And they're known to go to extreme lengths in order to bring those who defied them to heel. 18 years ago, they were no different. In fact, they even ordered Dr. Hartz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7 incident. What? She was responsible for the fake report? Hold it. Wait! You have to understand, Drama, she's not a bad person. She had to do what he said. She didn't have any choice. He? The person in question was the chief prosecutor at the time. The chief prosecutor 18 years ago. No. The man who gave Pop the first penalty of his career. Excelsior Splinter. It was you.
Objection!
What are you all talking about? My dad would never do something like that.
Overruled.
I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here. Well, Chairman Winter, do you have anything to say for yourself? All this nonsense with the body that was Manfred's doing. Such a willful boy. And the fake autopsy report? How the heck could you? I can't believe you naughty kids would do some dishonorable things behind my back.
Hold it!
We could just ask her why she did it. She is standing right over there, after all. Hold it. Oh, it, Grandma can't. Ouch! Grandma, I'm sorry. I knew. That's why I. Right, exactly. If I didn't, Aaron would have found out about what you did. They said he was going to charge you if you didn't help them with their plan. They said he would. And he would. I just had to do what the auctioneer said. So you were coerced into it, were you not, Nurse Dealer? And just to be clear, the auctioneer was Chairman Winter. I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know. The person forced me to help them was the auctioneer. And they definitely looked to be about the same build as the chairman, but I never saw their face. Well, there must be something. Any detail, no matter how small, will do. Oh, wait! Their mask didn't cover their whole face. And the part that wasn't covered had a tattoo on it. I remember that much for sure. Interesting. Tattoo?
Objection!
It all sounds very dramatic, but I really don't know what you're talking about. There's no tattoo anywhere on my face. I think I know if there was one, wouldn't you? Which means I can't be the ringleader, no matter how much you might want me to be. I hope you can figure it out who this shameless manipulator might be. Oh.
Overruled.
Your contempt for this courtroom is an insult to the goddess. Are you sure it's not you who's feeling insulted here? I am not the one who's... Sorry, I am not the one who's been trying to bring you to justice. Miss Stringer had been trying too. I refuse to let her sacrifice me and Fian. Young Rosie was looking to take me down, you say? Why? I barely knew her. I've always had a certain magnetic charm. I don't remember ever catching that particular eye. You barely knew the victim? Why, I do believe that is a new statement. The Gunners demands that you offer your full testimony on the record. So that's how it's going to go, huh? You mean to hound me until I finally break? Well, if that's the way you want to play it, fine. I'll destroy you all. Every last one. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to work with you on this one. I doubt we'll get another chance to put him on the stand. So let's make the most of this opportunity. Of course, Your Honor. I wouldn't have it any other way. Now, Chairman Winter, you will tell this court everything you know about Miss Ringer. Everything I know about Miss Ringer. Oh, we got this song. Young Rosie was a member of the committee, of course. But we never had any personal interactions. At least none that I remember. I had no motive to murder that poor girl. Sorry, I had no motive to murder that poor girl whatsoever. And I have absolutely no idea why she was after me. So you don't mean to accept your part in any of this? Of course he doesn't. He isn't guilty. Why could he be? He's my dad. The winner of winners. That's very kind of you, Eustace. But you'll need more than mere words if you plan to cover for me. Right, you got it. I won't let them pin this on you. I believe you, Dad. You'll beat Edgeworth. I know you will. Yes, you really are such a sweet, simple child. He really loves us, huh? But that's no excuse for him to ignore his father's crimes. No matter how much he respects him. Regardless of their stations of life, all criminals will be made to atone for their sins in time. This is a threatening one if I've ever seen one. Glad they're on our side. A weapon of gravel. With a prosecutor and a judge. That is very intimidating. This won't be easy on Mr. Winter. But it has to be done. We can't let his father get away with this. Things first. Final competition, Celsius winner.
Hold it!
As a member of the committee, you must have at least been familiar with her face. Sure, but that's about all. I saw her every once in a while.
Hold it!
You're saying you barely knew the victim at all? That's exactly what I'm saying, my boy. Yes. Why, I never even knew about that birthmark on her hand. Didn't? I mean, what's the point? You get to know someone, but before you know it, they're gone. It's becoming such a pain to remember things about others. They're here one day and gone the next. Yes, because they dare to stand up to you and you make them disappear. Can you please add your remark about the victims burnt to your testimony, Chairman Winter? Why, I didn't know about the burn mark on her hand.
Hold it!
Sure you didn't know about the burn mark? You really don't let up, do you? I'm not in the habit of memorizing who has a scar on their hand and who doesn't. This wasn't just any old scar. It's pretty noticeable, in fact. Perhaps under normal circumstances. But now that I think about it, Miss Ringer always did wear gloves. Truth be told, I wasn't aware of the birthmark until after the incident myself. victim's hand was always covered by a pair of gloves. It makes sense, of course. People can't be very self-conscious about such things. I can only sympathize. Being something of a sensitive soul myself. I hope you're not too sensitive to pen that statement to your testimony. Although I suppose she was always wearing gloves. Perhaps it was a hide-up burn.
Hold it!
Do you remember her always wearing gloves? I mean, it was something of a trademark of hers, yes. Who knew it was a hide-up burn mark? I always imagined it was something. I thought it was just a fashion statement. Does your little friend there have something to hide under those bandages, I wonder? Who, me? No, I don't have anything to hide. You don't? Not even a stony vintage of a cold-blooded murderer?
Objection!
If anyone here is hiding such a thing, it's you. I'll expose your true face if it's the last thing I do. Oh, you never feel the entertainment, my boy. Go ahead and do your worst. Miss Reader always wore gloves. That reminds me of something. I should look over all the evidence again.
Hold it!
I think I know the thing. You never had any trouble with her professionally? Oh, don't be silly, my boy. I'm far too important these days for such trivialities. And by all accounts, her work is unimpeachable. Besides, our Germans and Stan, the men be hardly ever interacted. That doesn't prove you didn't kill her, does it? Well, you would say that, wouldn't you? Anything to save your little friend. It certainly seems that Miss Stringer had some personal interest in you, at least. Indeed, but I can't, for the life of me, imagine why. Too bad, so sad. By the motive, you can't make your way into pinning this on me.
Hold it!
You have no idea at all as to why she was after you? Let's see now. It's because that's a real catch! I suppose you could say that, yes. Yeah, my horrors, they come. And then they go again. You can even dream of being like my dad. Very true. I doubt many ordinary people could quite match his achievements. It's remarkable, really, to have so many people come into your life, and then for so many to leave it. I certainly won't complain if you choose to leave Verity, my dear. I think it's far more likely that you'll be the one leaving today, in handcuffs. Yes, very droll. If you think I'm finished, you'll be sorely mistaken. To think back over what we know about the victim. If you're not sure how to approach this, take another look at the evidence. You just might find a new way to interpret old information. Are you trying to help me, Francesca? I'm trying to help Kay for a day. I could care less about you. Nice to see she's really worried. She's worried for Kay. In her own way. Francesca sort of way. In her own Francesca sort of way. That does change an evidence, as certain evidence we've had before.
Objection!
It was not the It's not the evidence. I think % the autopsy report.
Objection!
Nope. I'm pretty sure I'm on the right evidence, the statement. It's just the wrong evidence. Wrong statement. I was presenting the wrong statement. I got the right evidence, the wrong goddamn statement.
Objection!
Damn it! It was exactly the right evidence, wrong statement. So Miss Ringer always wore gloves. If she did, that raises a rather important question and highlights quite a contradiction. A contradiction, you say? Really? You listen again to the conversation that was captured by this stuffed cow. You'll soon see what I mean. And I knew it was you the moment I let eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself? I've waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge. Ah! We can be reasonably certain that what we just heard is the moment the victim was attacked. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. We assume that those were the words of the killer. Where's the problem with that? It seems like a perfectly sensible assumption to me. I'm afraid not, Sherman Winter. For you see, if the victim was always wearing gloves as you just testified, then the burn mark on her hand should not have been visible to the killer, to her killer.
Objection!
You speak as if gloves can't be easily removed. She could have taken them off during the auction. Nuts! Hold it. She hadn't. She was still wearing them when I changed places with her. So they must have been on her hands when she was being murdered too. What do you say, my dear? You do know how much trouble you're in, don't you? I'm not scared of you anymore. I have Grandma on my side now. Now it's time for you to pay the piper, Winter. You dang devil. I see. So you're both looking to disappear too. That could be arranged. Not this time, Associate Winter. The only person disappearing will be you.
Objection!
Hey, you can't talk to my dad like that. Who cares that the burn was covered up? Why does that even matter?
Objection!
Oh, it matters. Because it turns our understanding of the birthmark on its head. What do you mean? Okay. What can the fact that the victim's birthmark was possibly tell us? Got a few things to suggest. Let's try the mirror had birthmark too. And that was accurate. Think about it like this, Mr. Winter. The victim was wearing gloves. Therefore, the birthmark on her hand would not have been visible. In which case, whose birthmark was it that was being referenced in the recording? Somebody who wasn't the victim? Precisely. Which can only mean that the culprit had a prominent birthmark too. Or to put it another way, I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Those words were spoken not by the murderer, but by the victim. No way!
Objection!
Eustace, my boy, do you mind stepping aside for a sec? Look, Miles, it's nice to see you having your fun with your little find of fancy, but let's get serious. So then better help our Mark now. Really? Where? Your little fairy will either take flight or die, depending on your answer here, I'm afraid. It's not messing around. I have to figure out where that birthmark was, and fast. I wonder where it could have been. All of the auction people were wearing disguises, right? Yes, each disguise was different. Yet, in spite of that, burnt mark was visible. Well, to the victim somehow, which means... Well, shall we? Enlighten us, why don't you? Where was the where's the burnt mark? I assume you have some evidence. I'm gonna present the masks.
Take that!
Nope. That was not it.
Take that!
God damn it! See if it's. Ugh. I'm always the real of the right answer, like by a little bit. Little's the reeling of the logic, and I'm wrong.
Take that!
Oh. Here is my evidence. The outfit the ringleader was wearing throughout the auction. Or rather, the outfit you were wearing, Chairman Winner. Oh ho ho ho! What was that supposed to tell?
Objection!
A suit, white gloves, and a mask. This disguise should have covered almost all of your skin. But according to Miss Nealer's testimony, auctioneer's mask didn't quite cover your entire face. And not only that, she claims to have seen a tattoo on the part that was exposed. But that wasn't... Was that a tattoo? Or did she simply mistake a burn mark for one? A burn mark on the face?
Objection!
Sorry to interrupt while you're so clearly enjoying yourself, dear boy. But I regret to inform you that none of the committee members have such a burn. Myself included, of course. But that, Sis, do you think you could be quiet, please? You can be foolish on your own time later. Well, you may be an annoyance most of the time, Mr. Winner. But on this particular occasion, I'm grateful for your presence. A reaction like that from you, his son, is as good as an indicator of the truth I could have hoped for. Indicator. It gives me a much needed confirmation boost concerning other theories of mine. Another theory of mine. Who that one unexplained item belongs to. What's the matter with Mr. Winner? I feel like there's something... I think he might be in shock. After all, he's usually the last to figure things out. But in this case, he seems to have gotten there all too quickly. He knows that his father is indeed the real murderer. He's sad because he knows the truth. So, it's better not to know the truth at all? No, Pill. It's what we came here for. Doesn't matter how we get there. The important thing is finding the truth. You yourself told me that once. Right when I needed to hear it the most. And now it's time for me to repay the favor and show you the truth of your innocence. I want to know too, the truth of what really happened. So please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you show me? I very much intend to. Oh, you don't know when to give up, do you? Where's this Bernard? Perhaps you could point it out to me? But you can't, can you? Because it's nowhere to be found. Just like your evidence that I'm the killer. Yeah, hunt for contradictions all you like. You won't find any. Because he's my dad. I win her through and through.
Objection!
I understand, Mr. Winner. I completely understand why you don't want to believe it's true. If you ignore the truth now, you'll regret it for as long as you live. Dad, what do I do? I just don't understand it. How could I have raised such an utter buffoon? If you really risk to help your father, Eustace, you can try thinking it on your own for once in your life, you useless nitwit. But I tried all the time, Don. All I do is try. I went to the school you wanted to go to. I used every test. Look at my jacket. They only get these to the valedictorians. The valedictorians aren't. I did everything you told me to. I worked like crazy. I graduated top of my class. I tried to be just like you and win every as many trophies as I could.
Objection.
You really are just a simpering simpleton, aren't you? Those tests you aced, I had the school gave you perfect scores on all of them. Those debates and speech competitions you won, the judges were all friends of mine. If you never even realized that much, then no hope. There's no hope for you, I'm afraid. None at all. You're no son of mine. Even you must see that. Ah! Oh, God, my own son. They all leave in the end, so... I mean... Even when he's trying, he was failing, and he did it all for me. Then he should have tried harder. You're a disgrace. You don't deserve to be a father, and you certainly don't deserve to be chairman of this committee. Even I feel sorry for the boy now. Poor Mr. Winter. Explain yourself, Chairman Winter. Just what do you think your son is to treat him in such a way? An utter useless pawn sounds about right. Wow. What a complete dick. But you're one to talk, Verity. You tried to worm your way into my trust by using Eustace too. I cannot deny it. I had never thought of him as a mere pawn. He may not be a naturally gifted prosecutor, but he tries. In some ways, he tries harder than anybody. That's what I have witnessed during my time with him. Yet you would call him useless. How could you?
Objection.
Oh ho ho. Because he is Verity, my girl. He is utterly incapable of doing anything I ask of him. Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the god this to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment upon Eustace Winter. Excelsius Winter. Thank you, Your Honor. I'll be more than ready to do so. The ringleader has a visible burn mark on their face that night, and the fall that Chairman Winter is currently hiding that mark somehow. How exactly was he dressed during the auction? That will be the key to solving this case at last. Now then, your answer please. What piece of evidence will help us reveal the burnt mark on the culprit's face? Trying to take a shot at this.
Take that!
Yay! Recall Nurse Steeler's testimony, if you will. There was one thing that we never quite resolved. The second week. The one that wasn't used. I seem to remember it being wavy. What are you two talking about? Nurse Steeler apparently found some very interesting items when she went to swap places with the victim. And what did they have to do with the burnt mark? What she found were 2 weeks. One was intended to make her look more like the victim. But what was the other one for? I don't suppose it was meant to be a spare. It doesn't take a huge leap of imagination to see the truth. Compare Chairman Winter's current appearance to that of the ringleader as it was described to us. Stop it. Stop staring at me. One very prominent difference presents itself. His face, or rather, what's around it. You mean it wasn't a wig after all? Indeed, not a wig intended to go on the top of the head in any case. It was a fake beard all along, wasn't Excelsius Winner? This is all my own, dear boy. My very own kind of you to suggest otherwise.
Objection!
We saw how your son reacted when he realized the truth, and how he just tried to cover for you, even in light of his realization. But you still fear that he might expose you. Rather than take that risk, hold him until he couldn't take it anymore. Because he knew that your beard hides a prominent birthmark. Chairman Winner, I insist that you remove your beard this instant. That's a burnt mark. A skull. There it is! A burnt mark! Mr. Edgeworth, for bringing evil to justice before the eyes of the goddess. You have my thanks. No, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. Excelsius Winner, in the name of the goddess, I hereby pronounce my verdict. In the matter of the murder of Miss Rosie Ringer, this court finds you guilty. And we're at the conclusion. April 6th, 9:44 a.m. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber. This should be at least the ending part. Case closed, yeah, it's the end. Wait, do we have... I don't think we have the evidence this time around. Let's get updated. Oh, no. Alright. Mr. Edgeworth, I can't thank you enough. You never get... Oh, I think we do. You never give up on me. Even when I give up on myself. I must find it kind of you. There's no need to thank me. As a prosecutor? No. As a friend, it was the least I could do. Mr. Edgeworth, rejoice. I've learned that Chairman Winner has been safely delivered to the detention center. The search for the missing auction hammer continues. However, we are talking about Chairman Winner here. It's very likely that it has already been destroyed. In addition, there is one other matter I must inform you of. The chairman made a rather strange statement. According to him, the letters were not part of his plan. What? How could that be? He claims that he and Miss Neater found this letter on Miss Ringer's person. And that they found a second letter in Kay's unconscious body. For the contents, the letter seems to one of correspondence. So he heaves to the conclusion that they must have been working with each other. That's quite the conclusion to jump to. As he read the letters, that's when he came up with the idea to frame Miss Faraday for Miss Ringer's murder. We decided to place the victim in a very conspicuous place. Namely, in her left chest pocket. Sounds to me like he's just trying to make excuses for himself. Yes, I certainly thought the same. Perhaps it was some last-ditch ploy on his part. But it matters not. He will answer to the goddess now. And under her scrutiny, such strategies cannot hope to succeed. He will not escape justice. And with that, one of the duties with which I have been entrusted with is completed last. Miss Graviel, before you go, can you tell us what you knew, though, about how Chairman Winner came to murder Miss Ringer? There's more there, isn't there? Yes, and I suppose you have earned the right to the whole truth. Miss Stringer once had a lover, a press photographer. He was investigating the underground auction as a freelance journalist. Before he could uncover the truth behind the auctions, he was disappeared. All Miss Stringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover, and so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction. Unfortunately for her, her opponent struck first. I see. But that's the story behind this case. But while the goddess does not condone acts of wanton vengeance, Miss Stringer's actions have exposed Winner's crimes at last. But that was your real goal. You were tasked with exposing Celsius Winner and the corruption at the heart of the committee. Does anyone know what happened to Mr. Winner? I'm afraid I haven't been able to get in touch with him. Do you have any idea why? Probably because I wasn't there for him just now when he needed me most. Oh, I really feel bad for him. Well, don't pity him too much. At least he knows the truth now. And no matter how hard it might be, he'll need to learn to accept it. If he can't, he'll never be able to move on with his life. Trust me. Father's influence isn't easily erased. In time, he can hopefully try to change his ways. You're right. You've got to be. Can I change too, I wonder? Can I move on with my life? Are you okay, Kay? How's that hair feeling? I'm fine. Thank you. I'm so sorry, Kay. You were my patient. I had a responsibility to you. And instead, I let them accuse you of— Ouch! Dang right! We ain't just in the business of fixing bodies, Missy. The mind's where it all begins. You're my grandma. Speaking of which, how's your memory? It's like, with a little more time, maybe I'll be able to remember some more. Please forgive me, but I had better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit. Right, that's still happening. Bronco Knight case, huh? Who's the defense attorney? If it's supposed to be Miss Stringer, but as she is no longer with us, we are still in the process of finding her replacement. Stringer was scheduled to represent Warden Lagarde? And of course, until we find Eustace, there is nobody to act for the prosecution either. In any case, I must take my leave. Wait, please! What about Mr. Edward Sponge? What's gonna happen to it now? With the chairman under arrest, the committee's activities have been suspended for the time being. So to answer your question, it's complicated. It's all up to the goddess now. But don't worry about it, okay? It's the consequences of my own making. And I assume you do not mean to change your mind? Of course not. I chose the path of the truth. I chose it willingly. The Chairman Winner out of the picture. Justice in the hands of the righteous once more. If you did wish to follow the path of the prosecutor again, Mr. Edgeworth, I'd be more than happy to facilitate such a decision. It's very kind of you to offer. I can't accept your help at this time. And ask for my badge back when I'm not even sure if I want it anymore. I see. It seems we are destined to continue on different paths then. Well, I trust you'll keep my badge safe until they converge again. With all I have. In the meantime, I have here a token of the goddess' mercy. You may return this notebook to its rightful owner. Kay's promised notebook. It seems it was due to be sold in the auction. And with the name Kay written on its cover, Chairman Winter made the connection immediately. I knew who it belonged to. It was the same name as the one in the letters, after all. Letters he claimed to know nothing about? I suppose he insists he didn't prepare them. Yes, he also had something else to say. Apparently, he thought that Miss Faraday was after her notebook, and that Miss Stringer was after his life. And that's how their respective goals are what led them to cooperate and infiltrate the auction together. Fortunately for him, he misread the situation completely. It was all just happenstance. If Kay hadn't known a defense attorney who was also a member of the committee, there's no way she would have told me. That just isn't like her. Your belief in her is touching. While the notebook did become part of the Chairman Winter's cover-up scheme, it is also a treasured possession of Miss Faraday, which is why I would like her to have it back, as I am sure with the goddess. Thank you. I pray that it helps her recover her lost memories. Is everything alright? Do we actually have that in our evidence? We don't. Judge Raphael wanted me to return something important to you. Isn't that... Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Daddy, I wrote them all down, Daddy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all my promises. And be a real hero when I grow up, just like you. Oh wait, I forgot to write this one down. The most important promise of all. Promise number 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. I remember. It's just how you said it, and I'll never forget it. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. That's right. You have to try. I'm Kay Faraday, the great faithful do anything to get our hands on the truth. Second Yannick Rousey and assistant to Mr. Edgeworth. Guess who's back? Hey, is that really you? Can't say I'm not a little bit embarrassed, but yeah, I'm back. I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Edgeworth. You never stopped helping me. Even when I was totally lost, I couldn't remember anything. My goodness. You certainly seem to be back. Hey, so this is the real you, huh? Welcome back. It's good to know you're better. I can sleep easy now. Now that you found it, don't you dare go losing that memory of yours again, Neela, you hear? Miss Neela, Dr. Hartz? Thanks a lot for looking after me, sir. And if you really are better, how about you get them hospital duds? Oh yeah, I washed all your clothes for you. Here. I thought they were with Detective Gumshoe. He handed them over to us after they came back from forensics. And did he happen to mention if forensics found anything of note? I didn't ask. Anyway, never mind the eye. Put them on, Kay. I want to see. Wait, what about her bandage? Surely it's too soon to remove them. Oh, it's probably fine. She may have taken a big bump to the head, but she wasn't really hurt otherwise. Then, why all the bandages in the first place? Prevention is better than cure. A stitch in time saves 9. Those are a few of my mottos. Both of which sound like painful, annoying practices for your patients. Okay, Kay, transformation time. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. It's like a stolen glove. That smell suits you better too. As it always did. Nice you, Miss Von Karma. I'm so glad you showed up when you did. I simply came when Scrubby asked me to. I'm sure he'd be very happy to see that you're back to your old self too. Speaking of Gummy, where is he? Who knows? Perhaps the well of his devotion ran dry when a certain someone threw his badge away. Threw away his badge, sorry. The gumshoe. Anyway, I have to be going. And I'll be taking those two with me. Wait! What's gonna happen to them? Acting as an accomplice to in a murder and forged an autopsy report 18 years ago, their crimes can't be allowed to go unpunished. But the fact that Associate Winner coerced him into cooperating, well, of course, will be taken into account. Don't you worry about us, Kay. I'll still scramble there together. We'll be alright. Take care, Kay, for a day. Until we meet again. So, Kay, I know you only just got your memory back, but I need to ask you some questions. Sure, ask away! What happened the day you lost your memories? What were you doing? Let's see. Somebody asked me to meet them at Gourd Lake. But I didn't know who it was. There I was, looking up at the moon when somebody in a red raincoat started walking towards me. They must have drugged me somehow, because that's when I fell unconscious. What? I'm not sure I follow. It was a Gourd Lake, looking up at the moon. Anyway, when it came to, I was on the roof of this building. I was in a daze and stumbled around up here when I saw a person in the red raincoat again, but they were lying on the ground. I was so surprised I stumbled backwards. And then I was falling, and everything went dark. When I came to the second time, I couldn't remember anything. Person in the red raincoat. Who in the world were they? I'm sure they were walking in midair. Ah! Thinking about it makes my head hurt. In case we still have to present something, I'd rather be on the safe side. Just breathe, Kay. You only just got your memory back. You're still confused. I imagine the cause of your problem is... I imagine things are all mixed up in your mind because we're at Gourd Lake 1 minute and then at the top of the big building the next. Because you saw the moon in both locations, your mind blended your memories of the two together. Huh? But those two are... But those are two totally different places. I know I was pretty out of it. I didn't think I could have gotten them confused that easily. I believe these things on the make you more likely to be confused.
Take that!
There are two key similarities between the scene down by Gourd Lake and here on top of the big building. Cherry blossoms and the food stands. Wait, you're right! Those similarities are what cause your memories of both places to overlap. The person in the red raincoat wasn't walking in mid-air. They were walking towards you from across the park. And in your blurred memories, the same sight played over the viewing platform instead. No way! You steals a great face memories, huh? That's just cheating. Even still, it doesn't answer the question of who attacked Kay in the park. Was it the person in the red raincoat she saw? You hear that? It sounds like it's coming from up in the storeroom. Come on! Let's go take a look! Hooey! I smell a scoop in the oven! We're still here? The 6th, 9:30 AM, 51st floor, storeroom. It's coming from this little gadget here, Mr. Oh, is that what I think it is? This transceiver. Like I've seen it somewhere before. Oh. Farewell, my turnip. No. I think it's farewell, my turnabout. Let me double check the certain name. I'm sure I get the name right. It is. Farewell, my turnabout. It's still going. I'm no good with technology. Come on, you have to pick it up. I know, dude. Hey, this is Edgeworth. Okay, if you could refrain from answering strange calls for me. Mr. Edgeworth, I presume? I know that voice! Shelly the Killer! Congratulations on another case solved. Yet, I can't truly say it's been fully resolved. Can you? I'm sure you've noticed by now, but there was a mastermind at work orchestrating the entire incident. How do you even know about this case? That's not what's important right now. Let's focus on this certain individual for the time being, shall we? I've indeed been wondering myself if someone else could have been involved. Not? How are we to explain the piece of evidence that proves so damning the case? No way! An evil mastermind? But who? Who indeed? Perhaps you could share your thoughts? What is the evidence in question that points to someone else's involvement? I can't save though.
Take that!
Damn! Okay, where does this leave me? Oh, yeah! That's good. I should have realized. Alright.
Take that!
Nope. Look at the right one. Could be the mask one? Let's try the mask. I'll just distance this a little bit.
Take that!
Nope. There's definitely some. We're thinking this one a year and dying.
Take that!
Nope. It's definitely the Evanston. Why am I overthinking this?
Take that!
Why did I think?
Take that!
Nope.
Take that!
I'm overthinking this.
Take that!
Not the. Hmm.
Take that!
That's not it.
Take
Let's
that!
try it. Oh! Damn it. Okay. The letter K supposedly wrote to the victim. Yeah, I don't remember ever writing on. So who did? Who would prepare such a thing? I know I'm not the only one who would like to know. And how do we know it wasn't you? Now why would I do such a little thing like that? I believe the truth can only fully come. Sorry, I believe the truth can only fully come to light in a court of law. But since you have your badge revoked, that's no longer an option. So how will it all end? I, for one, will be watching from the sidelines with interest. Even knows my badge. Oh, and one last thing. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Now, I bid you farewell. What the heck did I mean by the kiss hasn't been fully resolved? And why is he so interested in us anyway? Everything's just one giant ball of mysteries. Seems we've only scratched the surface of this case. And even without my badge, I'm going to carry on doing what I can. However this ends, one thing's for certain. Come what may, I will expose the truth. Forsaken, Tournament Forsaken, enemies in. We're definitely saving. Alright. Tournament for the Ages, our final kiss. And the silhouette looks to be Eustace winner. Actually, we'll go for the gallery and then we'll wrap up. So, yep, there's our 2 new trophies, glasses bottle, and tournament. Only 5 trophies left, and they all relate to essentially we finished up in the last. Yes. Oh, looks to be a lot that's gonna happen in this last one. Alright. Francesca's rule just finished. Interesting. Alright. I think for now we're wrapping here. So hope it's good this week. Back on this Monday, where we do the last episode, Turnabout of the Ages. It was 40 ages, sorry. 40 ages. So yeah, and obviously this is going to be the final kiss of the Ace 2, and maybe we won't get to play more Ace Attorney games for a while. Unless they somehow announce the leading Ace Attorney crossover game coming to the modern consoles outside the 3DS. But what are your odds on that, alright? Yeah, no, I'll be here. So hope it's good this week. I'll see you next time. Bye.